from the mean streets of South Lyon, Michigan. This is the Off Center Sports Card Show. We'll talk all cards, modern and vintage, graded and ungraded, and stories of the hobby. Sit back, grab a cold one, and let's join George Jackson and Coach Pat. Welcome to the OC.
Coach Pat, my man.
Happy opening day to everybody out there. What a great day we have today.
This is a crowded table all of a sudden.
It is.
What's going on here?
It is. Hey, what an exciting show we have. And in honor of the Tigers' big win today, I'm drinking an Oktoberfest because we will be playing baseball in October here in Detroit. There is no doubt in my mind.
That is a statement.
No doubt in my mind that we're going 162-0.
They are
only 161 more to go.
Is that 162 home runs for Miggy too?
I think so.
Is that a side effect from the COVID vaccination?
No, just pure positivity. And we've got a special guest here, John Yu in studio. I'm sure Tiger paraphernalia, memorabilia was flying off the shelves today. Miggy jerseys. It's an exciting time. Fans
where's
back
John from though? I mean, you're saying flying off the shelf. I mean, Pro Sports Zone, baby.
Exactly. So a special guest joining us today.
No problem. I'll take care of you.
In studio, John Yu from the Pro Sports Zone at Laurel Park Mall in Livonia, Michigan. By far the best place to go to for anything memorabilia related, any Tiger jerseys, Red Wings, Pistons, Lions. He's got it all. This shirt that I'm wearing right now, this Al Kaline, this beautiful Al Kaline throwback jersey.
Is that a medium?
It's a body.
I got it off the lady shirt.
Nice.
It's body mapping. Body mapping. Fit to form. But would love to introduce John. John, we appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, man.
Anytime. So, tell us a little bit about the Pro Sports Zone and what you guys do.
I opened my business 2008. I had a couple drinks, talked to the wife, and I want to do something I like. So there it goes. So
you said, "Hey, I'm going to sell some jerseys. I'm going to sell some in just to see how what got you into the business to begin with."
Sport is always one of my favorite things to watch. Growing up, even when I'm back in China, I pretty much involved with a lot of sports. But when I come here, 1989, a lot of the sports I play in China doesn't, happen in America. So I had to adapt it to American sport a little bit more. So I started watching it. It took me a while to get to know baseball. Baseball is actually one of the hardest sports to understand how to watch it and how they score and how they, but basketball is the easiest one because inside the 3 points, 2 points, outside the circle is 3 points, and the foul line is 1 point. So it's a little bit easier to follow it. And hockey is the easiest one because when they score in the net is one goal. So baseball took me almost 5 years to understand how this goes.
Baseball, you're like, why are these people standing up in between innings in the seventh here and stretching out? What's going on? They're talking about Cracker Jack and peanuts. What in the world is going on?
What about cricket?
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, well, we'll talk after this because I want to figure out how the hell they scored, okay?
Yeah.
That's Indian Rich.
But that's it's great, and we assume that everybody understands our sports here, and but that's incredible. So you come here and embrace the sport, really, try to understand it, and and then that leads to you opening your own business and making a career out of American sports. Quite
Absolutely,
honestly.
it was. I've been really, really lucky to in my industry, what I know, and every business the same thing. You always have the people helped you along the way to be success. And I've been really lucky. I always have great people helps me out because you only got two hands. You only can do so much with your two hands. You rely on other people to make you more better.
Yep.
So I've been really, really lucky.
Yep. And I mean, you do a heck of a business there, and just to see some of the names that you bring in, one of the big things you do is whether it's a private signing or a public signing with local athletes. It could be Detroit Pistons, Lions, Wolverines, Spartans. Just the access that you have to some of those people, and I've come in to some of those to see the line, wrapped around Laurel Park Mall. Just kind of speaks to the reputation that you've built up. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we want to do a lot of public signing with the athletes that we want to. When we grew up back in the '90s, when we go get autographs from players, you can take a picture, and now you look back when you have kids and you show your kids, it's like, hey, look at LK. Back in the '90s, I took this picture with LK and at X, whatever mall it is or location it is. So now I have an opportunity to bring in a lot of younger players and do a public signing so they can bring the father and bring the kids kind of follow the footstep and hey,
Hmm.
when I was younger, that's what I was doing. And now with all the technology we have, we take so many pictures and later down the 10, 15 years down the line when our kids have kids and they can show the kids, hey, we was at that time. Look at this you know, great experience we had at Pro Sports Zone. It's a great advertise.
It
Yeah,
is.
one great way to bring people into the store because with the technology, with everything is and you can order everything online, pretty much anything you want,
Yep.
24/7. But when you do a public signing, you have to come to the store to able to meet the athlete and take the pictures. So it's the experience we're giving, you know, we try to giving to the fans.
So, John, the producer has a question.
Yes.
So, these signings that you do, obviously you've done multiple signings. What kind of process do you have to go through to line up, say, a Cabrera or a Kirk Gibson or a local guy to come in? Is there like a process that you have to go through, or is it you just pretty much taking a shot in the dark to get these guys to come into the store and everything like that? How does that work?
It all depends on the player. Some I have really good relationship with the player, like Darius Slay. He used to play for the Lions. He come to the store and we build relationship with him. And whenever I want to do a signing with him, texted him and said, "Hey, are you interested in doing a public signing this year?" He said, "Yeah." So it's something some of the players had to deal with agency. So a lot of time agencies watch my social medias, so they know I do signings in store. So what they do, they contact me and say, "Hey, I got this player. Are you interested to do a public signing with them?" So yeah, every player I have interest. It's all depend on the value, what they can bring to my store and what price they're asking for. So if I look at it, if the player cost me 5,000, even I'm thinking like, hey, if I can make $4,000 back or $4,500 back, even I lose a little bit, is a great advertising.
You get the
You
traffic. In
yeah,
the
you
store.
get the traffic in the store. You can, I mean, newspaper and like radio shows and TV's advertising is great, but a lot of the time now these days, when you watch TV, you almost skip the commercial.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of value into advertising on TV now these days? I don't know, because when you spend 5,000 on the TV advertising, sometimes you might not even get five people come back to your store. But if you spend 5,000 on an athlete, you guarantee you're going to have 50 or 100 people line out the door to come to your store. So I look at the signing has a good value, and each player can bring in different value to your store. Because I used to never did any Michigan State player example. If I do a Michigan State player, that's
I know why you don't do Michigan State
Oh,
players.
I'm
see,
trying to get away from my neighbor.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
yeah, I've caught him wearing the maize and blue way more often, than before I met
That's
him.
why I wear my store shirt
He's
today. So
neutral
it's a
today.
little bit more neutral today, so I don't get.
Just neutral.
Cool. Thanks, John.
Yeah, so it's fun. I mean, obviously, I watch a lot of sports, and I grew up and idolized a lot of player. And sometimes when you get that player you watching growing up, it's just a fantastic feeling. It's like a bucket list for me too to get
Yeah.
certain players too. So it's pretty awesome feeling.
That's awesome. Now, lately, JSA has been involved with you a lot for your signings and stuff like that, as witnessing, authentication afterwards
Mhm.
and bringing them in to authenticate items. How long has that relationship been going on?
It was really coincidence I met them. During the pandemic, I did a signing with DPJ,
Okay.
and I had a authenticate company say, "Hey, we're gonna do it." At the last minute, and they said, "Oh, I don't want to do it because it's popular." I'm kind of,
Okay.
because of the COVID, and
Okay.
he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to do it." And the same week, JSA guy called me. They once say, "Hey, if you were looking for any JSA guy to do authenticated, we are in town." I told him, I said, "Oh, I don't need it right now because I have another company
Mhm.
to do it for me." Then suddenly, last minute, and the guy called off, and I said, "Oh my god, you know what? I'm
Scramble.
advertising everything. I have a authenticated company coming in, this and that." And I said, "Oh my god, you know what? Let me call JSA." So that's how we hook up. And he's like, "Hey, we're gonna come into your store, no cost to you, and all you need is set up a table for us, and we take care of everything."
Wow.
And so we set up a time and the date, and they come in. It was a great service. I mean, right now, especially with the so how busy they are,
Yeah.
when you're sending something to JSA or another company to
Correct.
authenticate it, it could take like months.
Mm-hmm.
But this, it take maybe like 3 to 5 hours. Maybe
Wow.
the
On the
next
spot.
day you can have your items back for the turnaround. With the, I know the shipping companies sometimes it's a little bit headache right now too,
Yeah.
and it could take 2 or 3 weeks to get your items to the company.
Yeah.
It is pretty headache because we ship a lot of items. Sometimes it gets misplaced or could be in another warehouse. Take like 2 or 3 weeks able to get to the company. The
Yeah.
process is a long process.
That's awesome.
And so for for the three people watching right now, we're talking about the authentication process.
9 people.
Nah, I
He's
can't
been drinking.
can't undersell it. So what John does in the store is that when he does these signings, so they have some of the top authentication services on site to basically authenticate the autograph right there. They'll put the sticker on, give you the certificate of authenticity. So if some people are looking to resell the autograph immediately, some people are just going to keep it. They're collectors. But it makes it much easier and it builds credibility that confirms this is an authentic autograph. JSA is one of the top names in the industry. So John is able to get them in store to authenticate the autograph, get the sticker on there, certificate of authenticity. Boom, you're on your way. You're able to sell it if that's what you choose. So that's a great feature that John brings. So not only does he bring the athletes into the store, but he also has the authentication services available as well. And I did see the Donovan Peoples Jones picture. Did he buy that frame from you?
Actually, I custom made it for him.
That was
That's kind of
sweet.
like what I question was too on that, like the framing. That's like when you're sharing like on your social media pages and stuff like that. That is pure sexiness. I
It
mean,
is. It's pretty sexy.
It's awesome. It really is. Now
It's pretty cool.
let's get into that. Do you design that? Do
Yeah.
you make them there yourself? I mean, do you doing the framing yourself, or do you send them off? I mean, is that your design? I guess number one, more the artwork of the item itself in the framing pieces.
My job is always designing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
My job is I always love designing something,
Okay.
and because whatever I design, whatever imagination I have a team of the people to do it. Because for me, I don't do a lot of framing myself because
Okay.
I only working 12-hour a day,
That's fine. Yeah.
and sometimes if as far as I go, I find somebody can do my job the way how I want it. I don't mind they can make a little bit of money and I can make a little bit. And if they can do what I want and the design I want, and always trying to keep it unique,
Yeah.
it look to it. And like Peoples Jones, and I know he's a big the Paul Bunyan trophy pose.
Okay.
So on the frame, what I did the Paul Bunyan trophy on one side and a Michigan M on the
Wow.
other.
And that's cool because like I'm old school with my framing and my collectibles. It's more like plain, but you keep it to that classiness where it's not overkill. You see with some of these mattings, and
It's awesome.
yours are just stunning. I mean, I really can say that it's awesome. Like the Bob Probert shadow box I just saw with the boxing glove in it. That was like, I told Pat, I'm like, I gotta have this piece. I look, it's already taken to somebody else. But I'm like, it's just those are really cool, and to know that you do those yourselves is just huge. It's like the songwriter, the artist writing his own songs and things like that too. I mean, I'm impressed, and I think that's a great endorsement to yourself and to pro sports zone.
Yeah, especially now this day with the social media, how easy it is to post something on Facebook page. Anywhere you go, when you see something so unique, for a lot of my customers, what they do, they take a picture, they post on social media, so their friends can see it and say, "Oh, where did you see that at?" And they say, "Oh, yeah, we saw it at Pro
Yeah.
Sports Zone." Then they saw it. They said, "Wow, that's unique." So maybe lead up to their friends, say, "Hey, we gotta go check them out."
Yeah.
So it's a good advertising
Right.
sometimes to have some really unique pieces.
Now, how much of a portion of that business does it play for you, framing and designing, I should say?
Right now it's a big part of that.
Okay.
I would say 70%, because
Wow.
especially last year is when I started thinking about, like, obviously without sports, without fans going to the stadium, they don't need apparel.
Jerseys, yeah.
So when you sit at home, you don't need the newest hoodie. You don't need the newest
Right.
hat. So you have to think about what other things you can do to have different access to pay your bill. So I look at it. A lot of people start working on the basement, so you have to
right.
think about something for the man cave.
Man, it looks familiar around here.
Yeah.
So
But hold on, before I want to go on and tell the viewers right now, a lot of your artwork and a lot of your framing is on display down here
Yep.
at
Yep. Right there.
Coach Pat's.
K-line,
Of course,
trout.
of course, you had to point to the one with Jalen Ramsey.
That's right.
Yeah,
Trouble with the snap. Trouble with the
Whoa.
snap.
firewood. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
yeah, that one, trouble with the snap. We saw a lot of those. Man, I could not.
Probably a
tell
bunch
you.
of dorks too. Probably.
They all spend money. The money looked the same.
That's right.
So
Hey,
we don't
Tom,
charge.
are you busy? Can you set up as producer there? We would really like you to step in.
We're going to the bullpen.
Yeah, we're
Bring in Vaughn.
yeah.
Bring in Vaughn.
Ricky.
Yep. Give him the heater, Ricky.
Yeah.
But no, an example that I brought John an Al Kaline signed jersey, and I'm just like, hey, John, can you frame this up? I used to take all my stuff to Hobby Lobby in Novi, and it's just they're not sports people. There's, they'll do all the dimensions, and they don't really have a emotional attachment to any of these teams or anything. But I just said to John, I go, John, can you just do something cool with this K-line jersey? And that's what I didn't tell him. I said, I was not specific about anything, I
Right.
should have just taken this thing off the wall, but it is amazing. And I get so many compliments on it. It turned out fantastic. And if you go into John's store, he's got lines and lines of just frames and, prime athletes, Tiger Woods, Dwayne Wade, Ken Griffey Jr. was a sweet one that I saw, and I want all of them. But it's like Nancy, my wife, has gotten to the point. All right, if one comes down the basement, one's got to go out. So that's why I was trying to sell some of those Lions ones over there. So I was asking you, how should I price these? No bites. Nobody. I might have to sell them on consignment at the Pro Sports Zone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You might have to pay me to take
John's like, I don't got room for that. I'm sorry.
I know. I just get rid of all
We got
my.
no
we got no wall
interest.
space. No wall space.
No interest. No interest.
Yeah,
Put them on clearance.
Yeah, I don't.
Buy one, get one.
Hey, I'll give you how much money I got on my money clip right now. Does that work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
exactly. Now, John, into collecting, what do you collect personally?
I actually doesn't collect a lot.
Okay.
Only the players I grew up and love to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a really particular player, but lately I've been collecting a little bit more Tom Brady stuff.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of room to grow on Tom Brady's products.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you really look at the industry, how they're pricing right now, like Michael Jordan jersey, for example, the Upper Deck is selling for $15,000 for a signed Michael Jordan jersey. LeBron James is $12,000. Tiger Wood polo is like a $5,000 autograph polo. But you look at what Tom Brady did, and his price of the jersey is right around like $2,300 to $2,700. still undervalue. I know it's kind of crazy for me to say it's still undervalue. What I mean,
it's
it's
compared.
compared to
yeah.
the
Yeah.
compared to the other
You're
players,
talking
you
about
really think
goats,
about it.
yeah.
So let's say he doesn't win another Super Bowl and he retire, and 5 years from now, and he inducted the Hall of Fame. That's you look at whatever the price is right now, it's
Mm-hmm.
25 to 30% or higher
Yep.
Wow.
increase. So I look at I'm not a smart guy to invest money like stock market or anything
Okay,
like
okay.
that. So I'm my skill is about how the sport, who's going to work
That's
it.
why we do this
That's
show.
why we're here.
So
That's why you
I
got
can-
you, man,
I
man.
kind of
Bunch of
look at it.
knuckleheads.
I'm gonna look at it. Tom Brady. Let's say you spend $2,500 for the jersey for today's price. 5 years from now, that jersey could be anywhere from $4,500 to $7,500.
Yep.
Okay.
If
I
not,
really
if
believe
not
in it.
more.
Yeah, I believe in it because
I mean, he's not only
what
the
he done
yeah.
It's amazing.
is amazing.
Yes.
You're not gonna see another Tom Brady.
Ever.
I don't
In
think
our
in
lifetime.
in our lifetime.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stafford still has some time.
Who?
Stafford.
Oh, I love Stafford.
Yeah.
You know what? I wish Stafford the
Yeah.
best,
I hope
but
he
I
wins.
just hope the Rams sucks.
Draft capital.
Yes, absolutely.
I got you.
I really believe the Lions did a really, really good job with Stafford on this deal. I think Stafford is
Amazing.
Tom. It's perfect kind of part way because he's happy to go into a place he has a chance. We didn't trade him to anywhere doesn't have a chance, and we just go for the
did him a
draft picks.
favor.
Yep. And also we got the third round pick and
Oh, is it
two
week
first
one?
round.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, we could have top 15
compared to the other quarterback trades
yeah,
too.
we
That's a
could
big
have
trade.
two top 15 picks from the Rams for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I wish Stafford well, but the Rams sucks.
I have a
So-
two-part question here for you too. Sorry about that.
No, go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, two-part question here for you too with it. And you talk about Tom Brady. What was your thoughts? This is, of course, you're playing Monday morning quarterback with us now. What was your thoughts when he went to Tampa? And did you think, where's the value of Tom Brady from there? And from that, now that he's won the Super Bowl, let's talk three different types of jerseys. You talk the Michigan jersey, New England, and you talk Tampa Bay jersey. Where do those rank in value? So
As far as collector wise, I will say New England. That's where he
Okay.
make his name. If he does not win the championship at Tampa Bay, it will be kind of almost fall into Joe Montana, Michael Jordan kind of type of
Okay.
situation.
Secondary
But
jersey.
now he won the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay, so I don't think Tampa Bay jersey or New England jersey. I think they both will worth the
Wow.
same amounts of money.
Really?
I think
Interesting.
national wise, you're gonna get more money on New England and Kansas City. Michigan jersey, you only aim at certain market. The
Right.
market on Michigan is big,
Right.
but when you talk about like the Patriots and Kansas City, that's
Or
pretty
Tampa,
much
you mean? Tampa.
yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
whole NFL fan.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you look at the NFL, it still holds that more of a value and demand, I should
Mhm.
say. In
Yeah,
a way.
the demand is
Same
there.
holds true in sports cards. You know,
Yep.
if it's a Zion Pelicans card versus a Duke Prism, it's everyone's buying. They want to see the latest. You have a question?
Yeah, we got one from Corey Reichard there. Corey in Ann Arbor there. He's a big Michigan fan.
Yep. People don't appreciate the greatest players until after they retire, pass away, and that's very true, Corey. And then that was going to be my question to
So
you.
when I
John.
pass away, people appreciate me more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
We will hang the George Jackson jersey. We'll actually have John frame it up.
Oh, nice.
We'll put it in the basement
With a shot of fireball in it.
with
Oh.
with fireball, little mini shots. So
He's designing it right now.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
in my
thinking-
head, I'm
he's
thinking about
thinking.
design for the
He's
T-shirt
thinking.
right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Thanks.
So
Smoke
in
and
the
I'm still alive.
as of now, in the sports card space, everything is people. There's a lot of people that want to just flip things quick. They want to rip a card and out of a pack and turn around and sell it. How does that equate on the memorabilia side? I mean, you're in a totally different space where when people are buying stuff from you, it's really to hold on to. In most cases, I would think to put it up in the basement. That thing's going to stay there for a while. Do you see many cases where people buy an item like that Tom Brady jersey and turn around and flip it to somebody else for a quick profit?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. I see quite a bit of that stuff because especially with the Facebook things
Mhm.
and with the fame what I do, and I know it's a pretty fair price. Let's say they can retail on a Tom Brady jerseys 2,800.
Okay.
I can frame up a Tom Brady jersey and the jersey by for 2,750. So you look at the frame job is about $400 or $500, and if they can get the whole jersey for 2,750 and they can flip it for 29.50, so they make $200 automatically. So it's pretty
Yeah.
good profit for not much work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and also it all depends
But
where
to,
you
but to
look.
ship something, I mean, that's a big item. Whereas shipping a card is just, package it up. So if you're selling it locally, and I know you ship nationwide, right? I mean, you'll ship
Oh yeah.
all over the place. So if I were to come in there to now you got my the wheels are turning up here, which doesn't happen often. If I were to come in and look at a Tom Brady signed jersey, it'd be very tough for me to even have that in my hands. I don't even know if I can do it, being the dedicated Spartan that I am. But you probably do have quite a few that I've seen them in your store. Is there still any available?
Right now actually we also wow.
Sold out.
Yes.
All right.
I sold
So
out.
people
I
are
had-
starting to see the value then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had 4 of the Tom Brady fame up jerseys, and I sold it all in 1 week.
Did you?
Yeah,
Wow.
because what I tell a lot of my customers is I still really good value to buy in Tom Brady because I see next 5 to 10 years, I almost can see Tom Brady jersey is going to sell just the jersey by itself anywhere from $7,500 to a $10,000 item because I see what the value the other
Yeah,
player
I
compared to
agree.
him.
Pat, the fact that you said that brings tears to a glass eye. It really does.
I when he throws those figures out, it's there's no I can't doubt it. Tom Brady is maybe the greatest professional athlete, not just greatest football player, but most accomplished professional athlete I've seen. Probably all of us have ever seen in our lifetime.
I totally
There's
agree with that.
no
I mean,
disputing it.
when you look at a guy 43 years old
Yeah.
on any sports, playing that high of the
It's
level
incredible.
is unbelievable, especially football, so
Yeah.
physical. I mean, he's 43 and he's still top 5 quarterback in the league.
You've never seen George play softball, have you?
The number 69 jersey, the
Billy-
ball busters.
Billy Bob on the back of it. Yes.
Yeah, right.
It's
Big
how
G.
dedicated Tom Brady is to the sport
it's
and
a-
how professional
All the
he is
avocados he's
to
eating.
the sports. It's unbelievable.
Cucumber ice cream.
Yes.
Exactly.
So if John, if you didn't own run a store today, and you're just a regular collector like myself and Rich and Tom and George, and you're walking in, Tom Brady aside, who else are you interested in today? Who are you buying?
Who else I will buy? I think right now the value is still really good is Peyton Manning.
Okay.
I think with what Peyton Manning did and for what he's priced right now compared to the younger player, I think Peyton Manning still have a lot of good value to it. Because if you look at a lot of guys just got out of college, haven't thrown a football in the NFL, the autograph cost
It's
is
ridiculous.
unreal. I mean, it's like $100 to $200, some are even $300 an
It's
autograph.
latest and
Haven't
greatest.
throw a pass in the NFL. It's all the height.
Yes.
And
See that one there, Pat?
Yes. From Nathan Gray.
That's one of your guys, I think.
Hello, Mr. Gray. Thanks for joining in tonight. What is John's biggest regret on a piece of memorabilia that he missed out on? So maybe it's something you had a chance to get your hands on, but you maybe just missed out.
I don't think I will regret it because the price is not right. You just had to pass.
Yeah.
Don't regret it.
No way.
Otherwise, you wouldn't sleep
That's right.
well. So
I like it. But and I agree with you on Peyton Manning. It's funny. I would love to see, because there's so many parallels between cards and memorabilia, because a lot of the stuff you're saying,
Yes.
I'm seeing the exact same thing on the sports card side. So Peyton Manning, I totally agree, very undervalued in the sports card market. Tom Brady also. You look at Tom Brady compared to LeBron and Jordan. He's way under those. More so Jordan. So it's now my head's spinning here, just kind of thinking about all this stuff. And
Now you want to buy the Tom Brady investment.
right, invest in Brady for sure. So it's interesting, and I totally agree with you too on the hype around all these rookies, and we've got a topic on that later in the show that we'll get to, and it's people just get so caught up in that stuff, and with the release of the new Prism basketball cards, and I know you kind of dabbled in the card space for a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. Cards is not my strong point in my store. I'm into more autograph or
Mhm.
framings or clothings. But past 2 years, I started doing a little bit more cards, and I think the card market is really great. A lot more people will get involved with it, and the sport will grow. Only problems I have right now is like it's just so pricey
Mhm.
to try to get the younger generation in there.
Right.
Back in the days when we grow up, it's like a 25 cents a pack of hoops.
Right.
And when it got up to $1 pack of hoops, I said,
Now
"Oh
it's
man,
20.
now it's like $15-$20 per pack." I know, I understand. The people are making a lot more money, but the thing is, when we're trying to get the new generation into the game, and it's hard for them to
Mhm.
get involved with the pack of cards. Just to go into any store, just buy a pack of cards.
Right.
It's just so overpriced right now.
I know. Yeah, and it's
Oh, I know.
yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Rich is going to go to Meyer tomorrow. So Meyer sells their cards at 3 o'clock every Friday. He got there at what, 1:30?
I got there at 1:30. I was 10 in line. The guy that was in first in line said he got there at 9:30 in the morning. He had a folding chair, a cooler, and it was sitting there waiting for the cars to get released. I was
At
like,
3 o'clock, and you
it,
only get
it,
2 boxes.
but you know what though? He didn't buy sports cards. He bought Pokemon cards.
Probably a serial killer.
Could be
Might have been.
John Wayne Gacy. Look,
Might have been.
Sleeps with his socks
Watch
on,
out for
probably.
that. Watch out for that guy.
sleeps with his socks on.
Yeah, that's a scary dude there.
So do you guys see, when things get back to normal, you think the card industry will stay the same, or it's going to be flat out a little bit?
I thought you were the guest. No, you're interviewing us.
No, I want to, I want to see consumers. I gotta
Yeah.
make sure my customers want to spend the money, then I
Oh, I
can
love it.
buy more.
I'll tell you,
Hey, last time I checked, this show was called the OC, not PSZ, as in the Pro Sports Zone.
We love the pro sports zone.
we do.
Oh, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've been in this industry for, what is it? Geez, do the math here, 30 years. And I've never seen it hotter. And I don't see any looking back right now. So what the outlook on it is, we're still in a long time of an uptick in all these prices and everything going on with this industry. And I think, like you mentioned there earlier, that carries over into the memorabilia.
That's
part of
what
it.
I was going to say.
We're
Yeah.
starting to see the memorabilia now take a big spike now. A lot of these companies getting backed up, like mentioned earlier, JSA having them come in is such an advantage. People can get their items authenticated, and not only that, they can get items authenticated that you have the signers right there. That adds that value and that security for people. And I'm just seeing the industry go up and up and up right now, and you can't keep up with it almost. It's very difficult. It's why people even said when we first started this podcast, you're going to do this every week. You're going to talk about sports cards every week. Yeah. It's something new is going on every other day.
That's exactly the approach I did when I opened my sports store.
Yeah.
Because I look at I tell my kids all the time, and you have to find a career. They need you all the time, and also things change all the time. It's something new every single year.
Got to stay relevant.
And sports is one of those industry. You're always going to have new player. The player is going to retire, and they're always going to have new products every single year. And fans want the newest gear every
Mhm.
single year. It's not going to change. It never will change. So that's why I got into the sport industry, because of that.
Sports industry is the number one market industry in the United States, business wise.
Oh, it's huge.
It's huge.
Yep.
There's people that underestimate it, but those that understand it
Mhm.
know how big it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, sport is one of those things, is bringing people together, and everyone can love one team and talk trash, and after the game's over, everyone is friends.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I love.
Most
sport.
times. Most times.
Most
Yeah.
times, yeah.
All right, we got a question here. I'm going to put it up there for you.
All right.
Oh boy. Tyler Jackson. I think I know that kid.
Ooh, great question, Tyler.
John, what is your favorite piece of memorabilia you have ever framed?
I believe every customer's frame I did is my favorite
Wow, that's
because every
are
single
my
piece.
boots on in here. That's
Now,
wow.
I think every piece I did for my customers is the way I want it. It's hard to say one.
What's the most unique, I guess, most unique one that you've
That's
seen?
interesting. Yeah.
I think the most unique ones is already hanging in your house.
Wow.
That's a beauty.
Sure.
That's a beauty.
Now I think
That Corey Schlesinger 16 by 20 you have over there. That's
Yeah,
pretty
right.
unique, Pat.
I mean, obviously the first time I did Tom Brady with the four rings with replica
Yes, yeah,
rings
that
Oh,
was-
yes, that was a
that
cool
in
piece.
with the Tom Brady jersey. I thought that was really unique. Then of course after the fifth one, then I said not Tom
Yeah,
Brady's
we're
not gonna
out
win
of room.
anymore. Then he proved me wrong. Then I had to reframe it.
Is that in your personal collection?
No, it'll be my customers collection.
Oh, okay.
I don't and the Michael Jordan one. The Jordan one is one of my favorite ones.
You showed me the Jordan number 12 jersey.
Yeah,
That was
I-
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a few I did was really cool with one of my favorite one. I haven't sold it yet. It's still with me, and constantly I have people offer me. It's not the greatest one, but it's just one of those things I've been looking for so many years. It's the Ernie Hartwell microphone autograph.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It was one of those things. It took me like 4 or 5 years to find it, and also I just framed it up pretty simple. Is
a
one of my
signed
favorite
microphone?
One. Yeah,
So how do you frame something like that?
it's like a shadow box.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So authenticated the whole deal?
Uh,
He has a
Not
great
yet.
signature, by the way.
yeah, his signature is so beautiful. I mean, I wish this is one thing
Better
I
than
really-
Cassius Winston's
I
signature.
guarantee. Yes, it's one thing I really wish about this industry. And
Did he go to Michigan State?
He did.
Okay,
He,
all right.
It was clear that he spent most of his time on basketball as opposed to signing his name.
Yeah, I love the older players' signatures. They spell
their
out
time.
every single letter. They appreciate their signatures a lot more than the younger generation. The younger generation pretty soon is not going to be a autograph section. It's going to be an initial section.
Yeah.
Hear that, Tyler? Just ask that question. Take that advice.
So now on that note, so you've got some upcoming signings, right? You've got some big names coming in.
Yes, we have my couple really good ones. Lance Parrish.
Speaking
big
of
wheel.
great signatures.
Yes,
Yes,
beautiful
one of the best.
signature. We got Mickey Stanley.
Hey, Uncle Mickey. My
Yes.
buddy's uncle.
We are in the working process with Terry Mill,
Oh,
1989.
3
Oh,
mils.
3
3
mils,
mils.
baby.
AA champs.
Uh-huh.
Go blue. I just have to throw that one in there.
Jeez.
Wow.
Catering to his Michigan fan base.
Hey,
I get it.
Pat,
True
go green.
businessman. Go white.
State.
You know, I got nothing except every time I look at the screens, like
He's
you know,
neutral.
my
He's got
you
a
know, my
new-
doctor told me say I'm a little bit overweight. I need to take
Your
a
doctor told you?
screenshot, and I got to
Oh.
send it to my
Yeah,
doctor.
you look skinny right here, man.
He's
This
a
is-
little skinny. I
Yeah,
gotta ask her what she's
right.
talking
Hey,
about.
This is
hey,
great.
hey. So funny story. You said that is yeah, in my previous life, a certain person that I was married to, her dad was
Oh.
very healthy, and he went to the doctor, and the doc goes, "Well, you could." I think he weighed like 185. He goes, we really want to see you right around about like 170, 175. He looked at the doctor, obese as all get up. He's like, "I'm the healthiest person you've probably seen all day today. You're fine, John. You're fine.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
If you really want to see the greatness, we'll get Pat up. I'll go sit next to you, and then you'll definitely feel skinny."
Do it side by side. And I know we've had Chauncey kind of on the calendar, off the calendar. Is Chauncey still in play?
Yeah, because right now NBA is on the bubble, so we
Right.
can't really do not much with NBA player right now or coaches. So especially we can't do a schedule without how far they can go in the playoff. So I don't want to set a schedules again, and we have to
Right.
cancel because they're
Right.
going more further than we expected. I mean, that's a lot of player. I'm working on a lot of Michigan player. I'm working on for signings.
How's the Tigers with the MLB right now? How's that going on? With the
They can
COVID?
do private signing, but not public signing.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of private signing because for me to do signings,
You
I
want
want
them
to
in your
create
store.
traffic.
Yeah, you
I
want
want
that
to create that
traffic. Yeah.
atmosphere and also the experience. It's the experience I want for the people to come to the store to get an autograph.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do a private signing, I mean, basically you can just buy the item from online.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the experiences. Some player not comfortable with
Tip your
that, then you
waitress.
have to do it.
Right.
Then I will still do it, but I prefer public signing over private.
Tip your waitress.
Yeah, and if you, if anybody listening has the opportunity to get to John's store and participate in one of his signings, it is a first class event. They take care of the customer all day long, keep the line moving, and you get to see the whole store. And I know these two guys here, Rich and Tom, they asked me, hey, does he have flags? And they're looking for some hockey flags like Montreal Canadiens and Nordiques. I go, John has everything. And if he doesn't have it, he'll find it. He does it first class. Another question. Can you get Tom an autograph Mike Smith 20 by 30 frame? Like I said,
Hey,
John
let's
can
just
get
let's
you
just
whatever
say
you want.
let's just say he's not a fan of Mike Smith at all.
I was gonna say that's a bad goalie, man.
Bad goalie. You're thinking Billy Smith.
Oh no, there's a Mike Smith. In
Oh yeah,
NHL.
he plays with the Oilers. I know. I'm just messing.
Oh,
with
that's Billy Smith. Yeah.
you.
Oh, Mike Smith, the little short guy
Yeah.
from Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the point guard.
It's like Tyrion Lannister from.
Wow,
But
that's
no,
kinda nerdy.
for everybody watching and listening, get out to Pro Sports Zone. John is by far the best in the business. And John, tell everybody how they can find you. I know you're on Facebook, Twitter, but everywhere else, where can they find you?
Facebook is my most active. Can find me on Pro Sports Zone on Facebook page, or my personal one is John JOHNYU. That's I post everything on Facebook page. All the signings, all the JSA events coming up, or all the new products, and you never know. We do some free giveaway too, so you never know what's on the store page or my personal page.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love
You
it.
want to stick around with us? You're more than welcome to.
You're more than welcome.
Don't
If
know
you gotta
whether you
head
wanna-
back home, it's up to you. But
No, I'll kick around here.
all
Just,
right,
you
man,
know,
feel free to chime in on any.
That guy don't want to go home.
I know. Kids
What?
are driving me crazy. The wife is yapping at me. Did you finish your tax
right.
return yet?
Yeah, I just
Drop
Jesus.
mine off
Tom,
today.
Tom, could you let the limo driver know he's going to be here a little longer? Thank you.
Yeah, bring some
I got my
extra.
Lamborghini out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bring some extra shrimp cocktail to the green room, please.
yes.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, definitely hang out here, man.
All right.
Hang out. We're going to talk a little PSA right now.
Oh yes.
And, Pat, what's going on? What have we had the breaking news this week. How about you fill us in a little on that one?
Yeah, so PSA has suspended not all submissions, but just about all of them that filters out the common man, until July 1. And I think they tried to make this work. They tried to slow things down a little bit by raising their prices. Didn't work at all. There was the Joe Orlando from PSA sent out a note last week that said they received more cards in 3 days than they did in the last 3 months combined. So they just couldn't. They've been ramping up, graders and trying to scale up, but they just could not keep up. So with that being said, they hit the pause button. So now what does that look like moving forward? So I've got so many questions, and some people are upset, some people are happy. Me personally, I think it's the right thing to do. They could not keep up, and you can try to, take all the measures you can to try to get caught up, but they just couldn't do it. And to me, it's like a city that realizes a ton of growth too quick, but they don't have the infrastructure to manage that growth. I mean, South Lyon is a great example. I mean, just look at all the people that came into South Lyon. South
Right.
Lyon today looks a lot different than when you grew up here. The mean
Oh.
streets.
Mean streets, baby.
So with all these people coming in, now you gotta change up the roads. You gotta, you know, roads that were functional now certainly weren't here when you grew up. So you gotta be patient. You gotta let that infrastructure take place. Wait it out and give it another 90 days and kind of see how things take shape. Um, and then people are gonna run to the other grading companies, BGS, SGC. And to me, I think it's going to expose maybe the flaws of those companies. I don't think they're prepared to handle a PSA load of submissions. Is BGS ready to take on 3 million cards? Is SGC? No way. SGC tripled their price the day that PSA announced they were suspending operations. So they went from 25 per card to 75 per card. So this just it's going to have a huge effect on how the industry operates. I think people are going to buy less. People aren't going to buy as many raw cards on eBay because people would buy those raw cards and then take them, send them into PSA right away, and that's part of the problem. People are just sending everything into PSA, just grading whatever. Grade my entire set, and that's how they got so backed up. You got, a lot of the flippers coming in, and it was just unhealthy for the hobby. So they just kind of need to hit the reset button. But just seeing the surge of cards that have come in, it just lets everybody know how active the hobby is and how much it's exploded. So it's a good thing. But I guess my one fear is, what's this going to look like on July 1 when they when they open up?
I talked to a source from PSA to connection there and everything, and one of the things we see is like they're announcing that July 1st, but use the word pause right now of what's going on with that, and that's a great explanation of what is happening, because from what I understand, within a month or 2 months from now, you're going to start seeing the express level open up. Okay, and then you're going to see the standard level open up, and then that value level will go around that July 1st date.
Yeah.
But I think the higher end stuff will come in, because right now they're at 350 and above submissions.
Yep.
So you're going to see
still
that
taking the high end stuff.
Yeah, because I personally have stuff waiting for it at that 175 price that I really was looking forward to get graded, and I can't right now. So, but we're going to see that open up. He said probably in about another, who knows, but it's going to be definitely before that July 1st date, and things will be moving. I think it's great for the industry, to be honest with you, because it's going to balance it out a lot more. And PSA is a king. I will say it till I die on that. I don't really care. I'd rather have my cards sitting at PSA than have them sitting somewhere else. And I'll just wait for those grades on that. But we're going to see it happen. And also the thing that PSA is going to be doing, that Steve Sloan announced also on that, was that they're going to be opening up regional centers.
Yep.
They were looking into that too, across the whole country, where they want, Chicago, Miami, New York, Kansas City, wherever, Dallas. They want to start getting some of these regional offices in, so it's not being flooded just right in Santa Ana, California.
Newport Beach, California.
Yes, exactly. Hitting that area real hard, and they just can't keep up with it. So the hiring's there. It's still going on. I mean, you look on their page, and they're just a hiring machine right now.
Well, just look at the people investing in PSA or Collectors Universe. Who's part of the acquisition.
Right.
Nat Turner, who's a big hobby guy. Kevin Durant's part of the investment group. So you got a lot of people. There's a lot of money being poured into that. So they're taking time. They're going to figure it out, get it right. And once they open back up again, man, I think it's going to be a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, they're going to spend the money to make the money.
Yeah, and I do think, as I said earlier, I think it is going to expose BGS and SGC in a big way. Those guys have kind of been second, third tier in terms of sports card grading. I think as they start to get the deluge of cards that come their way, they're going to be like, "Whoa, hey, we're not ready for
People
this."
won't be happy at the value, the return value on that too, as they're doing that for investment. And talking about, we got a question there too, Corey. Wow, that's a lot of question there, Corey.
All right, so what it says is, does PSA do something for certified submission people whose job is to do group submissions for a living? Maybe lowering the prices for grading for them, special monthly deals, or just nothing at all over this break of submitting cards?
Yeah, I mean, from everything I've read, the group or the bulk submitters, because I've used a couple different ones. You know, as PSA was trying to figure things out, they got absolutely no notice whatsoever that PSA was doing
Right.
this. It was boom, we hit the pause button. They found out when we did. You know, so tough deal for them. But most of those folks, while it is probably a decent part of their business and has grown over time, you know, they still have most of them are local card shop owners, and they can still make money through selling sealed wax and doing breaks and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a loss of revenue for them for 90 days, no question.
And George, we got a question for you. Can I send my cards to the OC podcast to be graded? Would love a George Jackson certified 10.
That's a low pop there. Low population on
That's
that
a
one.
pop of one. Yeah. You got a John U rookie card. You can sign it. John U memorabilia, Pro Sports Zone relic. We can get a part of the hoodie in there.
And
Right.
a free inscription, Asian sensation.
That's
Yeah,
right. The
there we
Asian
go.
sensation.
The Asian sensation.
But it's something to keep an eye on, and you know, and I also think it's going to have an effect on sealed wax. You know, the prices of that are going through the roof, and that's kind of our next topic.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You know, you got to spend that money, you make the money, but spending money right now, Pat, on a 2021 Panini Prism basketball, the new hype this week. We knew it was coming, and what are we at? 2,800 a box now.
And I'm just shaking my head at this. It's you know, it keeps climbing. I think upon release, it was at $2,300 for a box, for a hobby box. So 12 packs, 12 cards per pack, and
Want to
you
see
know,
if any boxes going
you will not see any boxes in this basement. And if there
on
were,
the way out.
if there were boxes, I would have disposed of them, because if Nancy saw one, I'd probably be sleeping on your couch. But you're
Just
talking.
tell her you got it for on sale.
Yeah, you got it on clearance.
That's what they say all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
But
It's like
20
Kohl's, everything's on sale.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
TJ Maxx. $2,300 for a box of basketball cards is absurd. It's a 300 card set, and the thing that bugs me about Prism is that it feels like they've gotten lazy. You know, you look at some of the pictures of some of the everyone's chasing the rookie. They want LaMelo Ball, they want Anthony Edwards, and they're photo shoot pictures. You know, it's from when it's like the basketball card picture day. They're sitting there doing like a behind the back pass. It's no in-game action. It's a 300 card set, and you know, all the autographs are sticker autos. If I'm paying $2,300 for a box of cards, I mean, that better be an on-card auto. I don't know. The one good thing
And the autos aren't the big chasers even. Are they?
right. Yeah, everyone's chasing LaMelo Ball. So
Like
when
they're chasing like more of a type of prism, certain colored prism on
Yep.
that too, almost.
Yeah, so when I look at it, there's absolutely no way you're going to get a return on investment paying $2,300 for a hobby box of Prism basketball. No way.
The return investment is not even opening the damn
No.
thing, really. Right
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Keep it sealed. But if you're paying $2,300, you're not. And I do think this PSA issue is going to devalue a lot of these new releases, because people want to rip these things open, get the LaMelo Ball, get the James Wiseman, whoever, send it right in to get graded, get the quick grade, and you know, sell it really quick. Now that PSA is on pause, that's going to be an issue. So I think though those prices are going to come down in a big way. But it's to me is ridiculous. The one good thing I will say about the new release is the inserts that they have. The 2012, they're doing a 2012 insert, so kind of a tip of the cap to the first year of Prism basketball, 2012. I think Anthony Davis was in that set. So that's an insert. I think they have like 15 players that are part of that. So I think that's pretty cool, but certainly not worth $2,500. You know, to maybe score one of those. So
Yeah, no, because I was like looking at the
disappointed.
pricing. Like you're seeing LaMelo right now go for about 300 to 350.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards is going for like 150.
Yeah.
So the return on here,
It's
and that's just the base.
it's
And if you
absurd.
get one in the packs, even, I mean, it's amazing.
And to get into a break, you know, Steel City, I like the guys at Steel City, but to get into a triple random team break, it's $250.
Wow.
And that, you know, you get 3 teams. and that's who knows. You could come out of that thing with no cards at all.
Right.
So it's a side. Prison basketball is a stay away for right now.
Okay.
That's
That, that's a good thing. We have a big day today. Opening day for baseball.
Yes, opening day, and
You got a question here, real quick, from
definitely.
John, for John, I should say.
Oh, okay.
So Corey says, for John, would love to
love the
have
Asian
Torrey
sensation.
Hunter come into the store and do a public signing. One of the nicest Major League Baseball players I've ever met.
any connection with Torrey Hunter? I did while he was with
That's
the
a great
Tigers.
name.
Tory with
Actually,
two eyes.
yeah, that's a really great name. He actually, I heard a lot of great thing about him.
Nice guy.
When the time he played actually in Detroit, I didn't start autograph signing. You know what? That's a great idea on the player.
He's got a good following.
Yeah,
He does.
I always like players really involved with fans and appreciate the fans come to the signings. I can tell he's one of the really good guys to have in the store. It's surely something I can try to reach out to some of my connections.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
John knows people.
You guys got a guy that knows a guy.
I know my neighbor.
I shall not kill thy neighbor.
On most days. But no, opening day is it's so great to see this, and to see fans back in the stands
Yeah.
again, even if it's a limited capacity. It just feels like baseball season again. To see all the coverage today of opening day in Detroit, which is between Detroit and Cincinnati, those are really the two big historic opening day locations, and just to kind of at least see a little bit of buzz. We had producer Rich was down in Detroit today, and Tom's. Was there any buzz down there?
Oh, I'll tell you right now. So when I left, because I was at Ford Field getting my vaccination, I left and drove down. When I got off, I'm trying to think of the name of was it Madison? I drove down Madison, and I drove down towards.
going to Bazooki.
No, I didn't go to Bazooki. Not this time.
Okay.
But drove down past to the roundabout there in front of old Chelly's, which is now the Tin Roof. There was people outside. There's a line waiting to get in the Tin Roof.
Wow.
I went over and I crossed over Woodward, and Brass Rail was there, and Woodward Sports was there today, and
Great
they
to
had a
see.
huge following out there. Not as much buzz as you would normally see on an opening day, because I've partaken in a number of opening days, but yeah, it was nice to see some folks out
Cool.
enjoying the day, even though it was a little bit on the chillier side, but still it was nice.
Definitely. And talking about opening day in the card market, we talk about a lot with this is how quick it happens. I pulled up 3 names today just to see what happens. Of course, Miguel Cabrera,
Mm-hmm.
to Brian Hayes,
Yep.
and Austin Meadows. Guess what? They all went up in price.
Yeah. Check Teoscar Hernandez. A big day for the Blue Jays.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
those are,
another one.
like I said, I just threw 3 names out there that happened today. They had nice days, and boom, they all fly up in price again.
Now, where are you finding these prices at that you can share with people so maybe they can keep an eye on it?
eBay is probably your most versatile comp, that you want to use always, and you can see what's sold instantly there. That's going to tell you a lot what goes on. There's also different type of apps. Yeah.
130 point is a good one.
Yeah, 130 point.
John, do you use eBay at all to price out your stuff as you look at eBay comps, or I guess how do you gauge how you're going to price?
Flips a coin.
Yeah,
But picks a number out.
over and under. Yeah. I mean, I don't really look at the price what's going for, because everyone's has a different way to price their stuff. I look at if I for certain items for certain price, because especially the autograph, it's really different right now, because today's signing is $100. The next week it's the same player do a signing is 125.
Wow.
So it's really hard to price. It all depends how much I get it in. Sometimes I underprice it. Sometimes I overprice a little bit, because it all depends when I got the items. So I can't really compare to eBay, because eBay is a little different. So they can do stuff in in the basement. it's not a priority job. They just hey sell for just make
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, and not a brick and mortar place
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like what you got.
Yeah, it's no difference.
So comment on here. Viewer is asking if you got any Nico Collins stuff.
Yes, I do. What are you looking
Any
for? Right?
merch? Look at John's gonna make a sale right on the show.
Hey JP,
the giant. You know, we should do something pretty fun.
JP, we'll get you okay. We'll make sure that John hears that Andre the Giant is looking for some Nico Collins stuff. So we got you covered, buddy.
You know, we should do something fun for you guys. You know, for the people watching it live, we should do like I sponsor all the like a giveaway prize every week.
Wow.
What do you guys
that.
think?
Love that.
Oh,
We'd love
Uh,
to.
we'd be
I'll-
honored.
You give a what?
I will bring a autograph or a frame picture, whatever, every week for the people
Not
watching
for-
the show.
Right. You can't be working on the show to win.
Yeah.
There are.
What about the,
employees are ineligible?
hey? What about the guys, Tom and myself, who are
In the
actively
trenches,
involved in the
trenches.
trenches, taking grenades, making videos for the guys, their intro videos, getting their sound
They
drops.
should be eligible.
Duck. That's all I
we'd
say.
love-
What do you
we'd
guys
love-
think
we'd
about
love-
that idea, huh? I'll bring something every week.
And
We'd love to do a
For-
show on
I mean-
site in the store. That'd be bring
Yeah.
people with all 9 of
Hey,
our viewers.
You see all what we got here? We're mobile, baby. It all comes out of the trunk of the
Take the
car
show
out
how many
front.
show you guys do?
Yeah, we do it once a week, and
Once
to have
a
a
week?
pro sports zone segment with a little giveaway, man. I
Yeah,
think
we
we
could
would
do a
love
little
that.
giveaway.
Sponsored by the Pro Sports.
we
Zone.
could
Yeah,
do a
with a little
giveaway,
giveaway,
'cause
that'd be great.
Obviously, you know that will
Wow.
increase our
Well,
viewing.
you know what? You know
No,
what,
I
John?
love it.
John, I would absolutely love because we can promote it ourselves on our podcast show as well. We'd love,
Easy Speak Easy 3:30 podcasts.
yeah.
Just
I mean, we would love to. We'd love to make that happen. We'd come out to the store and maybe give us a couple weeks to promote it with our followings, and maybe we might be able to. We got a
Join
lot of
forces.
Lions fans, so you get them golf jerseys rolling in,
Oh, yeah.
or you get them Stafford jerseys rolling in.
He's
We
got
might
the
be able to pull
Stafford
some
Rams
people in.
jerseys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
love
could
it,
do
man.
like
That's
a
great.
jersey giveaway or autograph.
When do the golf
giveaway.
jerseys come in?
Hopefully next week. Actually, it's
Wow.
in order. Yep. Because they can't really release it. After, he had to pick the number. He picked his number. number
9. He went 9. Right?
Oh, did he?
They're 16.
16.
Oh,
He's
did he?
16.
Yeah.
No, yeah, golf went
Golf went
16.
16.
Oh, golf. I'm sorry.
Golf
I'm
went
thinking
16.
Yeah, I was gonna
Stafford
say, he
over in.
wouldn't take
I'm sorry.
Stafford's number. That'd be great if he did. He said, I want number.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow it. He ain't never lost.
Hey, never lost. I'll show you how number 9's supposed to play quarterback. All right, Mr. George. This is one of our top segments that we do.
boy.
Is the hip hip. The hip hip Jorge top 5 for this week, and you all are going to love this. I will not steal any of Jorge's thunder, but I think I did correctly guess 4 of the 5.
did.
We are on the same page, and I will turn it over to Mr. Jorge Jackson for the weekly top 5.
Top 5 this week. In honor of opening day, top 5 baseball movies of all time.
Great topic.
All time.
Great topic. Love when he said this to me. I said, "This is fantastic, fantastic."
Number 5. 5. I mean, this was a tough list. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. 5 greatest baseball movies of all time. 5, The Sandlot.
I do think it's a little low on the list. Quite honestly, I love
Okay.
the Sandlot.
Wait, but it really. Let's hold on. Let's back this up. What are the audience we're looking at? Are we looking at from the age of 6 to 100, or are we looking at adult?
Well, once again, this is Hip Hip's top
This
5.
is- yeah.
So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You just call me a jive turkey.
Yeah, I did call you Jive Turkey.
Okay.
All right. Number 4 on the list, Major League.
Give him the heater, Ricky.
Yeah.
It's,
How you
I
feel about
like-
this?
I
Rick? How you like this list so far, John?
What's with this Olay bullshit?
Come on, Dorn.
Actually, the Major League was one of my
Joe Boo.
favorite movie as sport wise, because back in the days when I come China, I don't get to watch a lot of movies.
Okay.
And Charlie Sheen was pretty funny in the movie. I saw the Mohawk.
See
and-
that? Charlie Sheen is
Yeah.
global
Hey,
reach.
hey, but let's be real. He enjoyed this.
Winning.
He enjoyed this.
Winning.
He enjoyed the subtitles of the two guys the two Chinese guys that were working on the mound that said they're shitty.
Yes.
Let's be real here.
Yes.
Actually, the part of the movie I memorized the most is actually they start taking pieces off the chick's body.
Oh,
Wow.
a young adolescent John.
I
Oh,
like this.
This got a little racy
Oh,
all of a sudden.
yeah.
Study
Oh,
young.
yeah.
Wow.
I started
Well, we'll jump right to number 3 now. I'll get right off this subject.
Thought that should be the number one.
Yeah.
But
Field of Dreams.
Oh,
Roy Hobbs. No, that's
No.
a natural. That's a natural.
that's a natural.
Let's see that.
Oh, we're talking about Kevin
Ah,
Costner.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin
Yes.
Costner.
If you
Also,
build it,
And James Earl Jones.
if you build it, they will come. Ease the pain.
Yes. Number 2, 8 Men Out.
Yes.
Ooh,
Unbelievable movie.
Thank you.
Unbelievable movie. I definitely agree with you 100%
the
on that
Chicago
one.
Black Sox.
And number 1, if anyone argues this, we'll fight right now. All right. Bull Durham.
no debate. Done deal. Absolutely the best.
You talking about
Thank you.
meat?
Meat.
You talking about meat?
Crash,
Don't think meat.
Crash Davis.
Crash
Yes.
Davis?
Nuclear.
What's that? For,
If you're a chick,
yeah. You want
there's a reason why he doesn't have a microphone in front of him, guys.
Yeah. Really.
There's
job.
a
It's
mute
like
button.
total
Yeah.
peanut gallery back
Angels
there.
in the outfield.
Yeah.
I mean,
did say
it might as well
bad-
be rookie of the year while we're at it.
Bad News Bears, I think, deserved a spot.
It does. I have that as a
The-
strong honorable
That was-
mention.
that was honorable
No, would that be
This is a
the?
tough list, guys.
Original.
Would that
This
be
is
the?
original.
It's got to be the original. It
Oh,
can't
yeah.
be the.
When they played in the Astrodome.
It can't be. And, if you really want a feel good story, I think the movie Hardball with Keanu Reeves is not a bad one either. When he was the coach
42.
of the inner city,
Jackie
42.
Robinson, 42.
42 is corny. 61 was a lot better.
61 Roger
61's
Maris. Yep.
good. 61's good.
Yep.
Yeah, and filmed at Tiger Stadium too.
I think Billy Crystal was involved with it too, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And one other movie too that
What about you ever see Tiger Town as a kid?
Tiger Town was great.
Tiger
Did you
Town's
know that's not on
phenomenal.
Disney Plus?
It is?
It's not.
Oh, it's not.
I am like so angry
Tiger
about that.
Town.
I got
Like,
Disney
I
Plus
remember
for my daughter, and I
crying.
cannot
remember
get Tiger
crying
Town.
watching
He,
Tiger Town
he
as a
didn't get
kid.
Disney Plus for his daughter. Let's be real here. Got it for himself.
Yeah, it wasn't on there. I don't know why.
Let it go.
Something happened.
He's probably already sent emails complaining
Yep.
to Disney Plus, like, why is this not in the lineup?
Cancel my service. I'm getting the dish. This is
What kinda-
garbage.
I'm gonna write a letter, damn it.
This is
Yeah.
crap.
Let me speak to the man. Let me speak to management.
Anyways,
Get
one.
outta here.
I'm gonna tell you one other underrated movie
Oh,
here.
hold
Oh,
on.
boy, what do we
Hold on. Oh, we're getting a lot
We
here.
got Siskel and Ebert here
Yeah,
all of a
we're gonna-
sudden.
we're
We
gonna
got
lie here.
critics.
Start talking
Moneyball.
That's Corey. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Moneyball.
Oh,
That was one of the
Moneyball's- I like
underrated.
that.
I'm like getting up. I'm
He's
I'm
passionate. about it.
passionate about
League
my
of their own.
baseball.
League of their own. That's what.
JP, you might as well just go to bed.
Get that.
There
man
is
a Nico
crying in
Collins
baseball.
jersey.
Damn it.
That's
Hey, but here's the thing with Moneyball.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing with Moneyball. This is what I mean. Next week there'll be a camera facing me, so everybody can see me talking. But
Mhm.
Moneyball, in my opinion,
Did we approve that?
really changed the game and really let people know the analytics side of baseball itself on how it all went about, whether some of it is bullshit or not. But the fact that
No, it's not.
the fact that they had Billy Bean trading Carlos Pena to our Tigers.
Yes.
He goes, yeah, just throw me this and make sure my vending machine doesn't run out of soda.
Right.
And that guy was an all-star.
yep.
And as a
All-star.
sports collectibles podcast here, the great thing with Moneyball, there is so much memorabilia in the backdrops of
Oh,
shots.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
you have bobbleheads, there's
Oh,
I mean, it's
love
all
Moneyball.
sorts of cool stuff there.
That's
But
a great.
the acting and the movie itself is awesome. I just think
It
time
was ahead of its time. Yeah, it was. Ahead
time
of its
has
time.
not given it enough yet.
It was
So
ahead
when
of
I
its
look at
time.
those other movies, I mean, you could put the Sandlot. I just love the
I
Sandlot.
love
mean,
Sandlot.
What about Trouble with the Curve? You have to give it up for
That's-
Clint Eastwood. You have
Clint
to.
Eastwood's the greatest man to ever walk the face of the earth, in my opinion.
He drinks Pabst Blue Ribbon, and
Still to this day.
I'm a fan of
Oh,
PBR.
The PBR and just he's like fine wine, Clint Eastwood, and that's getting in all of his
Gets
movies.
better
It gets
with
better
age.
and better and better every time.
Need to get the sound drop of Kenny G's Songbird here after you talked about that.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's stop. Let's
All right.
stop.
Great. That was a great top.
John's
five.
like, is there
I
nudity in that one?
That's right.
All right, let's move on to the next
I'm
segment
on
here,
it.
guys. Come on.
Oh,
now.
okay. Hey, going to this next segment, we're gonna one other kind of geeky segment we have. Coach Pat's Market Minute.
Oh man.
Sold.
Sold to Joe Swingle.
Boy.
I'll tell you what, with opening day coming up, this one really struck a chord with me. And as I've started to dig in and pour into the numbers here, I'm a huge Mookie Betts guy. I don't know about you guys. What do you think of Mookie Betts?
Yeah, that's more of a Cocoa Crisp guy myself.
One of the top
Yes.
players in the game on the best team in the game. I mean, the Dodgers are set up to win another one. And for whatever reason, Mookie's card prices are falling off a cliff. I look at it over the last 30 days. His 2014 Topps Update PSA 10, which is his flagship rookie card, down 14%. He's down 12% the last 7 days. So he hit a high point of around he was close to $1,000 on that card, right around early March. Now that same card is going for right around $750, and I think that is the absolute bottom of that card. It is only going to go up as the season has started. So, for all of the sports card enthusiasts, investors, if you can find a Mookie Betts 2014 Topps Update rookie for under 800,
As
in the
George feverishly
750
writes that down.
775 range,
Are we at a
PSA
10?
10.
Okay.
Buy. And I will put my money where my mouth is. I love Mookie Betts. Big time. So that is my market minute for today. And I'm telling you, I love Mookie.
Guys, note this stuff. Pat knows what he's doing. I've seen it all year, and it's been awesome. His statistics on this. The science and data behind the card collecting.
Oh, man, I tell you what, passionate about this.
Now, brand new segment. We're going to start it off. This brand new segment.
What up with that? What up with that? Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that? He said, she said, he said.
Hey,
What up with that?
what's your what up with that this week, Pat?
This is a new segment that we're kicking off. One of my favorite SNL skits. What up with that? I'll tell you what, I've been looking at this over the last week, 2 weeks.
John's like,
And it
why
is-
am I here still?
It is, John. You can.
He's slowly backing up from the
Yeah,
table.
he's like, John, this is the last segment of the show. Yeah,
No,
but
I
you
just
have-
want to, it's fun.
this one has just been a total. It has been a total head scratcher, although not surprising. You've got people that are into the quick fix of the hobby. They want a quick flip. I'm talking about the LaMelo Ball PSA 10 2020-21 Hoops rookie card. Hoops is a very fine product. We all love it. We grew up with it. But when I see some of the prices that the LaMelo Ball PSA 10 has sold for in the last 2 weeks, it makes my head explode. So here's a couple of examples. So people started ripping these hoops packs. John was even selling these packs at his store. LaMelo Ball PSA 10 on March 22nd sold for $22.60, not $22.60, $2,200.60. That same card on March 27th sold for $1,625. March 29th, $1,500. So to put that into context, those a Kobe Bryant Hoops rookie card from 1996 today sells for $1,100. Giannis Hoops rookie sells for right around $800. Luka Hoops rookie, $350. A Luka Prism rookie is selling for $12.50. LaMelo Ball at $22.60. What up with that?
What up with that? What up with that? Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that?
And on that note, I'm out of breath. Great show
Hey,
tonight.
You
And
can find my what up with that. Don't I get one?
do you, are you going to do
I
it?
got my what up with that. Yeah.
What up with that? What up with that? Ooh.
Boom.
We tried to unplug you.
Yeah. What the heck happened
What up
there?
with that? What up with that?
Mine's a what up with that hate. A hate. 2021 baseball card designs so far have sucked. Every single one of them.
Absolutely
It's terrible.
terrible.
You can't read the name.
I am so angry.
Tops needs to kick themselves in the ass.
Right. Donruss comes out. That looks like absolute horse shit.
Yep. Terrible.
I mean,
Yeah, you
this
don't
is
even
the
have
most
the
language that
logo.
has gone on in this show, and I am angry
It's
about
kid
it.
friendly.
I
Try to be.
I don't know. I'm upset. Jorge is not happy. Bowman came out with their first edition, which is a tease to their product. I am just not happy so far.
I think the card companies are getting lazy.
I don't know what to do. Where is this going to get better?
I don't know if there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I think we just have to start buying memorabilia instead of cards.
You know what? We
Tom
had a
Brady.
designer on here.
Tom
Look at
Brady
this guy.
jersey. Need a Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we got to
start
design
designing
You
cards.
can frame up the cards.
How's that sound, John?
I think I could do it. Wait, how do you guys say it? Can't get any worse, right?
What the heck was that? Wow.
George, you really need to settle down here.
He's
It
passionate
is.
about that topic.
It is.
But I don't disagree with you.
Okay, so I'm done now.
That's the end of your rant.
That is. I'm done.
Well, on that note, we would love to thank John Yu for joining us.
Oh, John.
buddy.
That's fine with me.
Peanut gallery. That means you too. There you go. Thank
You
you.
the man. Woo. You the man.
Big time.
Thanks, John, for coming out.
Thank you,
John
man.
was
for having
great,
me,
and
guys.
also a big thanks, as always, to our producers, Rich and Tom from the 330 Speakeasy Easy Speak podcast. Give those guys a listen, and who knows? At one point, we may do a 4-man show at the Pro Sports Zone. And,
Oh, it's coming.
Be on site.
It's coming.
It'd be
I
awesome.
like it.
Check
so
us out on
it's-
the iLogic Media Network and all the great
get to
podcasts
meet,
on there
get
too.
to meet those guys, and iLogic as always, who does all the graphics. They're as good as it gets. So
Like our new graphic, by the way. We haven't even talked
yeah,
about that.
man,
Look at that thing.
hot new logo. Hot
Yeah,
off
the
press,
OC,
hot off
baby.
the press.
We got some T-shirts.
Frame it up.
Yeah, right there.
Your other
that
left.
one. That goes that way. That way. See that? That thing's awesome.
Here.
Yeah,
you
Pro
rock.
Sports Zone.
It's Pro Sports Zone.
We're gonna get some swag available
We
soon.
will.
So that'll be
It'll
coming
be
up.
it'll be on sale in the Pro Sports Zone on the clearance rack. The
Yes.
OC hats. Now I know how it.
Buy
it's-
one, get two for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
It's tough to be a weatherman. I see how these guys do it. We got a cold front blowing in here this way. Okay. No,
Wow.
thank you guys for joining in tonight, and we'll be off next week on spring break, and hope to see you in 2 weeks. So thank you all.
Thank you.